Hello and welcome back to the Reincarnated Radio Podcast. I'm your host, Dave Stishan, and once again I'm bringing you one of the scariest, creepiest, and most skin-crawling tales of terror that the golden age of radio had to offer. This week is a debut episode from a series yet to be featured on the Reincarnated Radio Podcast, X-1, which ran from April 1955 to January 1958. For this week's story, we go forward in time to where war has been outlawed, and in its place, there is a system of carefully controlled, legalized murder. Today, the cast of Christie, Farrell, Geers, and myself reincarnate the seventh victim, which originally aired on March 6, 1957. So turn off the lights, gather round, and remember, these tales scared your grandpappy first, and enjoy the Reincarnated Radio Podcast.
Is that the mail, Jenny? Bring it right in.
Oh, no, it isn't the mail. Are you anxious, Stan?
Well, you know how it is when you're waiting for notification. It's been 2 weeks. The government's behind schedule, as usual.
Oh, ain't that always the way it is? When you get to be my age, you won't worry about it anymore. At 73, you can afford to wait for the mail. Well, how about the ad? Have you got it done?
Sure, EJ. Want me to play it back for you? Of course, I recorded it myself. We'll have an actor in for the actual recording. You ready?
Go ahead.
Hi there, neighbor. When you're in a crowd, when you're among strangers, do you feel safe? Are you protected by that vital underarm area? You aren't, unless you own a Protex suit. The finest tailoring in the world has gone into a Morger and Farrell Protex suit to make it the leader in men's fashion. Protex suit is the safest as well as the smartest. Every Protex suit comes with a special built-in gun pocket, guaranteed not to bulge.
Nice, very nice.
A touch of the concealed button throws the gun into your hand, cocked, safety off. Why not drop into the Protex store nearest you? Why not be all safe?
Hey, that's fine, Stan. That's real fine. That's a nice, dignified commercial.
Mm-hmm.
And you can relax. I picked up the mail just before I came in. Here's your notification.
That's it. Look, from the ECB, that's the baby.
You're not going to open it now?
Oh, no. No, of course not. No one is supposed to know the victim's name, except for the hunter.
That's right. Well, have a good hunt, my boy. You need a kill. You've been all keyed up.
Well, it's too bad you have to retire, EJ.
Well, I got into the 10s club. 10 hunts. It's not such a bad record.
10 hunts. Of course not. 10 hunts. And then, of course, victims in between. That's 20 kills.
That's right.
I sure hope my victim isn't anyone like you.
Oh, now don't you worry about that. What number will this be for you?
My 7th.
Ooh, lucky 7. Well, go to it. We'll get you in the 10s club yet. By the way, I got a circular in the mail. Maybe you'd like to use it?
Let's see. Victims, why take chances? Use an O'Donovan-accredited spotter? Let us locate your assigned killer, pay after you get him? Oh, well, thanks a lot, EJ, but I've got my own spotter. A very good fella.
Well, I suppose you're anxious to get home, open up, find out who your victim is.
Huh? What's that?
Oh, sounds like a shooting down the hall. Guess somebody got his victim, Good for him.
Oh, it feels wonderful, EJ. I feel alive again.
Ma's garage.
Hello, Ed. Farrell.
Oh, hey, Mr. Farrell.
I'm going out on one, Ed.
Well, good luck, Mr. Farrell. I suppose you want me to stand by.
Yeah, That's right. I don't expect to be gone more than a week or two. I'll probably get my notification of victim status within 3 months of the kill.
Well, I'll be standing by. Good hunting, Mr. Verlaine.
You be sure to save time for me now, Ed. I'd hate to be caught as a victim without a first-class spotter on my side. Eh?
Oh, now, don't you worry, Mr. Verlaine. I'll be right there in your corner. I've got a couple good ideas for an ambush I haven't tried out yet.
Good. Well, I'll get back in touch with you right after the kill. So long.
Mr. Verlaine?
What are you doing in my apartment?
Allow me. My card. Immanuel Gale. Emotional Catharsis Bureau.
And what do you want from me?
Oh, just a standard spot check-in reorientation.
Oh.
I see you've got your notification.
Yeah, that's right. I haven't opened it yet. Do you mind?
Oh, no. Go right ahead. Is anything wrong, Mr. Verlaine? I mean, is everything there? Photographs, address, description data?
Yes, but it says Janet Marie Patzig. Janet Marie? I've never killed a female. Is this in order?
Well, just a moment till I check my list. Well, yes, that's right. The girl registered with the board under her own free will. The law says she has the same rights and privileges as a man.
Could you tell me how many kills she has?
Well, I'm sorry, sir, but the only information you're allowed is the victim's legal status and the descriptive data you've received.
Could I draw another?
Well, you can refuse the hunt, of course. That's your legal right. But you'll not be allowed another victim until you have served.
Just doesn't seem feminine. Look, do you mind if I start packing?
Oh, no. Go right ahead. If you like, you can give me the historical checkout while you pack, and I'll just take it off here on my list.
Well, all right. Where do you want me to start?
Question 1, I think. When was the Emotional Catharsis Board established?
Well, the board was formed at the end of the Fourth World War, or the Sixth. Depends on if you count the new Argentina War.
Well, either count will do. Go ahead.
Well, let's see. Weapons increased in magnitude, efficiency, and exterminating power. Soldiers became accustomed to them, and it looked as if another war could be the war to end all wars. Will you hand me those shirts, please?
The what? Oh, yes, of course.
So, this time, the peace had to last for all time, but the government recognized the presence of a need for violence in a large percentage of mankind. They recognized the validity of competition, love of battle in the face of overwhelming odds, and these, they felt, were admirable traits for the race. So, their problem was to arrange a lasting peace that would stop the race from destroying itself without removing responsible traits.
Very good. All right, Mr. Verlaine. Now, if you could run down the basic rules.
Well, anyone who wants to signs up with the ECB for a fine legal murder. Then, of course, he has to take his turn a few months later, if he survives. The Emotional Catharsis Board picks the victims' names at random. The hunter is allowed 6 months to make his kill.
Armament?
Oh, yeah. He's allowed to use a standard caliber pistol. He can wear no armor. The victim is allowed to wear armor, and is allowed to hire spotters.
Very good. Now, we don't have to go over the penalties for killing or wounding the wrong man. I'm sure you know all that. Oh, it's a beautiful system, isn't it? All the people who want to kill can, and that's about 1/4 of the population. Those who don't want to, don't have to. At least there aren't any more big wars. Just hundreds of thousands of small ones. Oh, all right, Mr. Verlaine. You're checked out for your orientation.
All the same, I don't exactly like the idea of killing a woman. But she did sign up, didn't she?
That's right.
Janet Patzig in New York. I'll be taking one of our Protect suit specials. Have you seen one of these, Mrs. Gale? When I actuate the mechanism, watch how fast the gun springs out at the ready.
Oh, excellent.
Strange, isn't it, Mrs. Gale? Each killing is a new excitement. It's something you just don't tire of, like French pastry or drinking or anything else.
Yes,
Let's see. There. I guess that's it. I'll be getting along, Mrs. Gale.
Good hunting, Mr. Frelane.
Where to, Chief?
Carlton Hotel.
Carlton? You bet. So, you just getting to town?
Is it that noticeable?
I've been picking up people from the airport maybe 10 years. I can always spot an out-of-town killer by the way he carries his suitcase.
You wouldn't be working as a spotter, would you?
Me? No. The Hack Bureau don't like it. But this isn't your first kill, I can tell.
Yeah?
Yeah. Guys on their first kill, they get too nervous. They want to drive right up to the victim's address, walk right into an ambush. I say you maybe have, 5, 6...
7.
7? Well, you ain't got long to go before you get into the 10s club.
You ever been hunting?
Nah, can't afford it.
Look, I tell you what, if you can just drive me around the Chelsea area, I'd just like to look at the streets.
Ah, so that's where your victim hangs out, huh? Sure. Be glad to. Hey, you know what you ought to do, Mac? You ought to drop in at the Hunter Hunting Show at the Coliseum. Man, they got everything. Bulletproof vests for the victims, hats with the bulletproof crowns. I once seen an ad for a Malvern straight shot, ECB approved. Carried a load of 12 shots with a deviation of less than 1,000th of an inch per 1,000 feet.
That sounds like a fine gun.
And they got all kinds of trick things there. You know, like canes with the 4-shot magazines, 45 caliber flashlights, all kinds of things.
Oh, well, those kind of novelties are all right for the first time, but the old-fashioned ways are the best.
Hey, would you look at that? Somebody got it.
I missed it.
Well, there's nothing to see now. Yeah, in about 4 minutes, the guys from the Department of Sanitation carry away the corpse. Well, this is the neighborhood, Chief. You want to give me the address?
No, I'll just drive around.
Okay, you're paying the meter.
Hey, wait a minute.
What is it, Chief?
There, that sidewalk cafe, do you see?
Yeah? Want me to stop?
No, just drive slowly. There she is, sitting at a table.
You mean your victim's a dame?
Yeah, she's just sitting there. She crazy, exposing herself in the open?
Boy, that sure ain't no way to stay healthy. Not when you're a victim.
Drive around the block.
Okay.
She looks younger than her pictures. She looks sad. I wonder if she's been notified.
She's gotta be notified, Chief. They can't send you your notice until her signed receipt gets back to the office. It's automatic.
That's right. Isn't she even going to try to defend herself?
Don't look like it. Here we come again. And look, she's still there.
Well, all I have to do is just ride by in a cab and pump a bullet into her.
Okay, Chief. I'll go real slow. You be sure to allow for the movement of the car, though.
No. Park across the street.
Sure.
Both her hands are on top of the table. An easy, stationary target. All I gotta do is...
Hey, remember to roll down the window before you shoot that gun, though, huh?
No, it's an easy shot. It's too easy.
Hey, look, mister, would you hurry up? If a cop comes along and finds you shooting out of my cab, he's gonna give me a ticket for double parking.
No. It's too easy. All of my other 6 kills have been hard. My victims have tried every dodge. One of them hired a dozen spotters, and I got them all. I dressed as a milkman.
That's pretty clever.
No, this wouldn't be a trophy. Here, put your flag up. I'm getting out.
Okay.
I'm going over to talk to her.
She's your victim.
I know. It's too easy this way. Hello?
What?
Hey, look, if I'm being fresh, just tell me and I'll go. I'm an out-of-towner, here on a convention. I'd just like to talk to somebody. If you'd rather I didn't.
Oh, I don't care.
I'd like to buy you a drink, if I can.
I don't care.
My name is Stanton Verlaine.
I'm Janet.
Janet, what?
Janet Patzig.
Well, nice to know you. Are you doing anything tonight, Janet?
I'm probably being killed tonight.
Oh, are you a victim?
You guessed it. If I were you, I'd stay out of the way. No sense in getting hit by mistake.
Well, you're awfully calm about it. Don't you care? Haven't you got any spotters?
No, Mr. Verlaine. I'm a bad, bad girl. I got the idea I'd like to commit a murder, so I signed for the ECB. Then I couldn't do it.
Oh, I am sorry.
But I'm still in, of course, even though I didn't shoot. I still have to be a victim.
Why don't you hire some spotters?
I couldn't kill anyone. I just couldn't. Don't even have a gun.
You've got a lot of courage coming out in the open this way.
What can I do? You can't hide from a hunter. Not a real one. I don't have enough money to make a disappearance.
Well, since it's your own defense, I should think that...
No. I've made up my mind about that. This whole thing is wrong. This whole system. When I had my victim in the sights, I saw how easily I could. Let's forget it. I'm glad you talked to me. At least it'll pass the time. It's been a lovely dinner. Just lovely.
Well, I'm glad you liked it. I usually stop at this little place when I'm in New York.
Do you come in often?
Oh, on business. I'm in clothing, you know. What do you do?
Oh, I'm an actress. Well, that's a laugh. I'm not really an actress. I'd like to be an actress, but none of the producers seem to see it that way.
How old are you?
22. I've only been in New York for a year.
You're really being very foolish just sitting out in the open that way. I mean, why, your hunter could come along and just pump a bullet into you.
I know. I know. But somehow, I feel safe with you.
Say, Janet, would you like to go to the gladiatorials with me tonight? We've got about 20 minutes. We'd only miss the opening numbers.
Well, I suppose so. I might as well, huh?
You know, I'm a little disappointed.
Why?
Oh, I thought the New York Gladiatorials would be something special. It's about the same as Cleveland. Historical events, swordsmen and netmen, duels with sabers and foil.
Isn't there any difference?
Well, the duel to the death is the same in Cleveland as it is in New York.
You know, that's funny. I used to think that the gladiatorials were very exciting. But now they just make me a little sick.
Well, you can get tired of the best of shows. Frankly, I think it was a mistake to start to televise the gladiatorials. It cut down on the box office for one thing, and for another, it isn't the same as being right there in the stadium, you know?
No, it isn't.
Well, do you want to stay for the second half? Let me see, they've got, bullfighting, lion fighting, bow and arrow, dueling on the high wire.
No, I've had about enough.
All right, shall I take you home?
Would you? Please? Sit down. I'll fix you a drink.
Janet?
What?
You're crying, aren't you?
Oh, no, not really. It's just the thought that any minute from anywhere, a bullet can come crashing into me. Makes me feel so soft and helpless.
Oh, Janet.
You're leaving New York soon?
I suppose so. Convention's only lasting another day.
I'll be sorry to see you go. Send roses to my funeral?
Janet, I don't want you to be killed.
Well, there's not anything you can do about it, is there?
Janet, I love you.
Oh, Stan!
What is it? What is it? Please, darling.
You can't. You can't love me. I'm a victim. I won't live long enough to...
You won't be killed, Janet. Listen to me, Janet, darling. I'm your hunter.
Are you going to kill me?
No, don't be ridiculous. Darling, I'm going to marry you.
Oh, Stan, my darling. All the waiting, I've been so frightened.
It's all over. It's all over. Think what a story it'll make for our kids, huh?
Oh, darling.
How I came to murder you and left marrying you.
Oh, Stan, kiss me. Oh, and I think I'd better have a cigarette.
Let's start packing. I want to get...
No, wait. You haven't asked if I love you.
What?
You haven't admired my cigarette lighter.
What are you talking about?
It's a lovely lighter, isn't it? With a small hole in the bottom, just large enough for a .38 caliber bullet.
No.
I'm not being funny, darling.
But, Janet, I love you. I told you I love you. What's the matter with you?
I don't love you, Stanton. I am a good actress, aren't I? Even though the producers don't think so.
You knew all along.
Yes, of course. Don't reach for that.
Ah! Janet!
Yes, darling. Well, now I can join the Tens Club.
And that concludes our reincarnation of the 7th victim from X-1 and another episode of the Reincarnated Radio Podcast. I'd like to thank my cast for helping me bring the script back to life, and new episodes can be found every Thursday on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube, and Spotify. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram so you never miss an announcement, and leave us a review while you're at it. Tell us what you think. Hopefully we raised a hair or two. But for now, that's it for me, Dave Stishan, and the rest of us at the Reincarnated Radio Podcast, where we scared your grandpappy first.